Tonight on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, it started with a simple prank and ended in flames. Now Cropsy is pissed and he's gonna take it out on these campers. Tonight's movie, The Burning. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror! Nightmare Baby Circus. Yes! Here we are again after the wonderful Child's Play 2019. Once again, I will reiterate, we can have both. We can love both. And let's just all love the murder, please. Anyway, so tonight, I thought, you know what? I'm on a little bit of a slasher kick. So let's continue it with a movie that is, what I find a little bit underrated. Honestly, yeah, sure, in the horror community, we know and we love this movie. But honestly, only kind of like the outside of that, just, horror movie fan, but not just, not necessarily like a guru or whatever, they know Friday the 13th, they know Nightmare on Elm Street and all that good stuff. But this movie kind of under the radar, and I think it deserves to be shown in the light. And that is the movie The Burning. Yes, The Burning. So what is The Burning about? Well, back in the day, there is this camp, and a bunch of kids are deciding to play a prank on this one guy, the groundskeeper that they really hate. He's a real mean son of a bitch, and so they're gonna pull a big prank on him, scare him to death. Anyway, so they decide to pull this prank, and of course it goes horribly wrong. And the guy, his name is Cropsy, ends up getting burnt all over his body and runs into the lake and miraculously survives. And he is released from the hospital, but he's got rage issues. Yeah, he ends up killing a prostitute. And then we go back to the camp, well, a different camp anyways, many years later. And, well, these campers are not alone because Cropsy has returned to get his vengeance on campers everywhere. Yes, everywhere. Well, mostly that campsite. Anyway, so let's get into those scores, shall we? Violence and gore, I am giving this a solid 4 out of 5. It is a very, very bloody movie. Very bloody, very murdery. There is a great orgy of violence that happens on this raft in the middle of the movie. It is just glorious. I mean, it is blood splattered, blood soaked, stabby all over the place. In the neck, in the head, in the guts. All the places, you name it, bam, you're getting stabbed there. So, a bloody, gory good time. 4 out of 5. Shock value, 2.5 out of 5. Look, there are some interesting jump scares in there, but honestly, there isn't as much tension. I don't like the whole, jelly on the edge, or, whatever blur around the edges when Cropsy is looking at people. I think that just kind of takes away from the effect. But overall, there's not enough tension and not enough jump out and frighten you type of stuff that really gets your heart pounding and get the tension rolling in you. But a decent amount. 2 out of 5, not 2.5. 2 out of 5. Yeah, it could have done better in that aspect. Acting, I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. I think solid performances. You have a young, what's the guy from Seinfeld? He plays George Costanza. You got a young him in this movie. He does a great job. I think everyone does a decent enough job. It's all right. It's kind of a little bit above average, but still within the standard of a horror movie. There's that awkward guy, and I think when you have to play an awkward loser guy, it's really hard to not just have it look fake and weird. But anyways, for the most part, enjoyable. 3 out of 5. Nudity, I am giving it a 3 out of 5. You know, like when you're in camp, you've got outdoor showers, you got, well, you know, back in the 80s anyways. I mean, nowadays you probably got freaking jacuzzi and heated pool and stuff like that. Anyways, but back in the day, yeah, you had outdoor showers, you had skinny dipping, and you had, you know, some of the teenagers canoodling, and of course this happens in the movie, and of course nudity follows. So 3 out of 5. Enjoyment factor, solid 4 out of 5. It's just nostalgic fun. Like 80s slashers are just a cozy place for me. I know, I'm weird, I'm strange, but I love them. They're great. Even the bad ones, I still get enjoyment out of. But this one is definitely a great one with the lots of violence, lots of gore. Yes, a bunch of tits. So, yeah, lots of fun. 4 out of 5. My overall impression, though, is a 3 out of 5. Look, I think I made a mistake. Now that I'm thinking about it, 3 out of 5, I did not talk about plot, and I did give the shock value 2.5 out of 5. I'm like looking over my notes here. I'm sorry. The plot, this is where we'll have to go back, and this is why it's a 3 out of 5 instead of a 4 out of 5. The plot itself is, like, so overdone by now. I know it was, you know, in the midst of the 80s horror movie, but, like, literally borrowing from other horror movies and the tropes. It's just, the plot is very thin. I'm giving it a 2 out of 5 for plot because it's just okay, a prank goes wrong. That happens in like a billion horror movies. The victim of prank survives and then becomes very vengeful. I mean, like, let's say, was that Slaughter High was the same plot as Slaughter High, basically. He returns to the area in which he was maimed and wants revenge. And of course, it's a campsite. Campsite is a common location for horror movies because you're far away from help. You start, you know, stalking them and killing them. And sure, there's some neatness in the way he's killing, but like the burnt up face is also another, you know, disfigured killer. Another trope. And the thing is, like, there's no mystery about it because you know it's the guy. There's no red herrings. There's no nuance. There's no trying to twist. It's very straightforward and, you know, kind of overdone. I mean, I still love the movie. Don't get me wrong, but it is weak. The plot is weak. And so for my overall impression is a 3 out of 5 because of the weak plot. Oh my god. See, this is what happens when you do the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror. You end up really trying to, like, rush through these videos, and you make some mistakes, and I apologize for that. But anyway, so violence and gore, 4 out of 5. Shock value, 2.5 out of 5. Like I said, average amounts of shocks. Plot, 2 out of 5. Yeah. Acting, 3 out of 5. Nudity, 3 out of 5. Enjoyment factor, 4 out of 5. Overall impression, 3 out of 5. And that averages to a 2.9 out of 5. The Burning, classic that you must watch. Tell me what you think. Do you think that The Burning is kind of overlooked by the regular masses? I mean, I'm sure the big horror fans already know all about that stuff. But, you know, I mean, I'm saying, like, this still was a pretty under-the-radar movie for its time. So, I like it. Tell me what you think. Do you agree with me? In the comment section. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. And I will see you next time on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror. And until that time, everyone, please, when you're going to prank someone, do not have fire involved. It can only end badly. Seriously, no fire in your pranks, okay? Get it? I mean, honestly, you probably shouldn't be pranking people anyways. I'm just going to put that out there. Anyways, I'll see you next time.